Hi guys, so today I'm gonna be doing this video alone. Just kidding!
He was like, stand in the corner while I do this intro. I'm like, okay.
Was it as clever as I thought it was?
So clever. Genius.
This is my beautiful girlfriend, Lena the Plug, and I am your colorful, offensive comedian host, Adam22.
So nice guy.
Really nice guy. So everybody watching this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And let's get right into the news. Today we're going to be doing a little something called the girlfriend tag. I don't understand why it's called that.
I don't either. I don't like that name.
We already did the boyfriend tag where I basically aced the test and just completely knew every single thing that there was to know about my girlfriend.
But my birthday, which you confused with FouseyCon.
FouseyCon and your birthday to me are of very similar importance. Today we're going to be finding out if you know about me.
I've been testing myself all day in my head.
Really?
I was like, what college did he go to? Lowell, Mass.
Oh, it's not a college, but okay.
Isn't it a college in Lowell?
It's close. UMass Lowell.
Oh God, you did the same thing. You're like Santa Cruz University?
Well, you said Lowell, Mass. This is a city and state.
Okay, fine.
My first question to you, when and where did we meet? Do we even have to talk about this? This is pretty easy.
We met at the Dash radio station studios place. Right?
When I did an interview with Jackie Chain and Gangsta Boo.
And then we went to a diner for dinner, Fred 62's, and then we went to 7-Eleven and bought a cheap bottle of wine.
And then we went back to the house and we did Coach Steve stuff.
Why is he such a recurring theme in our videos?
It's a recurring theme in my life. When is my birthday?
November 24th, 1983.
36 years old. Where was I born?
Nashua, New Hampshire? No? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes!
You've been there. I was like, where else would I have been born?
I don't know, you could have been born right outside, like in a different hospital or something.
It could have been a technicality, yeah. What color are my eyes?
Blue.
These seem kind of easy. What foods do I hate?
Olives, pickles. That's it, right? Olives and pickles, pretty much?
There's other stuff.
But like, it's not like very consistently brought into our attention, and so that's why I don't know that you don't like them. You know?
Olives and pickles are definitely probably.
I ordered fried pickles on our first date and offered you one.
I had some. Fried pickles I can kind of do because like fried stuff is good, but.
You just don't like that soury taste.
What is my favorite food?
You love sandwiches.
I'll give you a hint.
Oh, carbonara.
Ooh, I do love carbonara.
You said that was your favorite food before.
I'll give you a hint. Zoe.
Burger. Oh, that's right. Burger.
Burgers.
But I feel like it's carbonara.
Carbonara.
Change your mind. I know you better than you know yourself.
Nah, I'm a burger head. You give me a bacon cheeseburger, some mayonnaise, no pickles.
I'm so trying hard not to pick your blackheads right now, but this lighting is so good.
She loves
You should moisturize more.
I can't even just sit and watch TV without her just coming over and just picking out little white dots from my arms, from my face.
They're to be picked. They want to come out.
If anybody has a hookup with protective custody services or anything, if anybody from YouTube is looking out for the community or anything, I'm in a lot of danger. Next question. I'm sitting in front of the TV. What's on the screen?
Trainer tips. Am I right?
Quite often.
Trainer tips, Mystic 7, the new puzzle guy we watch, Chris Ramsey. It could be a lot of things. You're a very curious guy. We could be watching Thrasher skate videos, some BMX videos. Depends on what day it is. Depends on what came out.
That's very, very true. Yes, I'm an eclectic man with vast
I'm feeling very good
taste.
with myself for knowing you so well right now.
Yeah, you're great. Great girlfriend. Really, top notch. What is, or who is my favorite musician?
Musician, Billy Braggs from Wilco.
That's not even his name. It's Billy Bragg.
Bragg.
And he's not from Wilco. He just did some songs with Wilco. And I think I've only listened to him once with you. I think I only mentioned him once. I just told you I really liked him. Shout out to Billy Bragg down in the chat.
Sorry that I had to add an S to your name.
Favorite rapper of all time. Who do you think that I would put number one?
Future? No?
Future's good.
Oh,
Not
you
number
love
one.
This is the kind of questions your fans ask you. What's your top 5, Adam?
Yeah.
And I don't even know the answers because you never like to do top 5. You say Jay-Z usually when people ask you in interviews.
Well, you just stop there. Jay-Z, number one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm a big Tupac guy.
Hit him up for an interview.
But Jay-Z's probably my biggest one. What is my shoe size?
11. 13. I'm 13. 13. You know why I said 11 is because
Yeah,
I was reading all the comments on the boyfriend tag video.
It turns out that size 11 shoes might not be as rare as I thought they were. I would like to say that. Yeah, there's a lot of girls who rock size 11, so I'd like to apologize to you. It's been a long time, honestly. Like that was 20 years ago.
Is this our first scandal? Saying that girls who have size 11 shoes are outliers? Our first scandal.
Canceled. I thought the size 11 was like impossibly huge. It turns out it might not be that crazy. What is my weirdest habit? Oh my God. What are you gonna expose?
He's disgusting. He's foul. He has so many of these. But I believe, in my opinion, one of the no, you have a few. Some of the worst things you do is you like hawk loogies in public like it's no big deal, no consideration. Also, the worst thing he does is that Adam doesn't really believe in the idea of Q-tips.
I use Q-tips like every day.
Because I got you on the Q-tip train recently, but Adam likes to resource like his key as a Q-tip, and he'll be picking his ear. People are just like, why are you dating this guy?
I'm from New Hampshire.
This has nothing to do with...
We don't know that was... We just found out that that's out of the ordinary. Honestly, thank you for getting me into Q-tips because now I feel less grossed out by my own keys.
For accepting this new invention, the Q-tip, cotton added to the end of a stick, and putting it in your ear the way it's supposed to. Like, your mom is such a wonderful, respectable, amazing woman, and sometimes I wonder how you are her son.
She's from New Hampshire. She might clean her ears with her key as well. What am I good at?
Ugh, why do you have to ask me? Like, just all that flexing. He is a great artist. He's really good at Tetris. He's amazing at poker. He happens to be a really good podcaster. Pretty much if you give him any skill to try, he will just become really good at it.
I don't know if I agree with that though, because when I think about my life.
You did become a singer. You tried that?
For like 2 weeks. That wasn't like me trying to be a singer. I was just like on tour with hardcore bands and kind of in that whole world. I wasn't like really trying to be in a band.
You tried to do the comic book art thing for a while. You're just a lot of talents. You're really good at stuff.
I used to
Except for like putting the toilet seat down and like washing your dishes and throwing the trash out of your car.
That's actually gonna fall into the next category, which is what am I bad at?
You have this terrible habit of putting your socks like all over the house. And then they collect Tony's lint on them. You have a really bad memory. You'll be like, every time I bring something to your attention, you'll be like, I don't remember that. I did that. Like, I feel like you just played dumb maybe. I'm gonna start putting like vitamins for brain and memory function in your breakfast.
You sometimes think that I'm paying more attention than I am. I've got a lot of information coming in at all times. Email, text, phone calls, stuff I'm reading, Twitter, Instagram. I'm taking in a lot.
Like you'll be like, oh, I'm going riding this Sunday. And then you'll be like, oh, what should we do Sunday? And I'm like, hey, I think you're going riding Sunday. You told me you're going riding Sunday. Oh yeah, you're right. I am going riding Sunday.
In that moment, I thought, oh, actually, we should plan something for Sunday, and then you remind me I actually had something planned for Sunday. Boom, okay.
I just have a really good memory, so like, I just see how yours is. You know.
I mean, your life is a little bit simpler than mine. You communicate with a lot less people.
It's true.
I try to minimize the amount of people I communicate with because I find it so stressful that just being constantly hit up by everybody in the whole world. It's kind of overwhelming.
I forgot to say you're really good at Scrabble. Oh, you're really creative. Like you're really, really creative. That's another thing you're really good at. You have divergent thinking.
Which sport do I like the most?
The sport you like the most is basketball because you could follow it the most.
I would just say I don't like sports and that I watch UFC.
But it was a trick question because you said which sport do I like the most?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just reading this list. I mean, I like UFC best of any like typical sport. People could say BMX. Okay, I don't really think of that as like a sport. I know how to play baseball and basketball. I really don't know what they're doing when I watch football. Soccer, I know what they're doing, but I've never watched a soccer game in my life. But I've watched basketball and baseball games, which is not really that into it. What's my favorite song?
Oh, I forget the name. Something with Dr. Jackson Brown or whatever. And
Doctor My Eyes. Jackson Brown, Doctor My Eyes, great song. What film always makes me cry?
I don't even know a film that you've watched more than once. We both cried during the Mr. Rogers documentary.
Did we?
We did. We shared a moment.
Block that out. I cried about 15 years ago to Forrest Gump, and that's like the only one I remember.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
What drink do I always order?
Henny and Coke or whiskey. If they don't have that, because a lot of those places don't have Henny, or you get red wine.
If I was
bitch.
collecting something, what would it be?
If you cared to collect stuff, which you don't, I feel like it would be just stuff that is like your interests, like kidnamas that people are like giving you special edition ones, or even if you have the space, maybe special edition bikes and stuff, like BMX bikes, maybe just stuff that is like of your interests, but you're just so not the collector type. But, you want to collect records, you told me, so I got you the record machine.
I will buy some records at some point.
Record machine?
If you guys want to
Record
send me some records, send me some records. No, but the thing about me is that like, I like so many things, but I don't engage with those things by collecting or buying those things. Like we had a whole conversation on the show where I was like, oh, like Supreme is one of my favorite brands. And
You don't have like
House Phone's
anything.
like, you don't own any Supreme. I'm like, I don't like participate in Supreme by buying.
But you
it.
respect their product.
I look at their stuff and I'm like, oh, that's cool, but it doesn't make me want to go spend $2,000 on.
I feel that Chanel is my favorite designer, and I was only gonna go buy a billion Chanel things.
I love Pokemon. I love playing the game. I don't really feel the need to have like a big shelf of collectibles. It just doesn't really, in my mind, work that way. What is something that you wish I didn't do? This really just sounds like
How
me
long do
asking
we
you to
have?
complain. Buy you so many flowers.
Oh, stop. I wish that you didn't put your socks on the floor. I mean, there's lots of things I could think of, but they're not like significant enough.
I like
that
that you
care.
keep coming back to the socks on the floor because that to me seems pretty minimal. I'm keeping them there so I can put them on the next day.
You say that, and then
Wear them
there's
to the
8
gym.
pairs of socks on the floor, and I'm like, you can't wear all 8 of these. One time, Adam decided to just get undressed in the kitchen and then just left his clothes on the floor in the kitchen,
Here?
in the apartment. And I was like,
that was back in the day.
that was like 6 months ago.
I don't remember it.
So
That
it
was
didn't
probably-
happen. This is Adam. I don't remember it, so it didn't
I
happen.
think I was trying a kendama trick and I was getting really sweaty and I planned on picking that stuff up after.
No.
It was a crime of passion. Where would I love to travel to?
Nowhere. You like want to stay here, really? You don't really have a huge travel bug. You like.
I'm
like to stay
jaded
home.
because I'm 36 and I've kind of traveled like all over the world and there's just not that many places left that I'm like, oh, I gotta go there.
I want to start going to places that are more like where we go for the nature, because every city we go to is like it's the same. We like traveling to cities because we can play good Pokemon Go, but I really want to go to like Patagonia. I want to go to Grand Canyon. Like I want to do more stuff that you have to go to there to see that thing.
I agree with that because I have to go to cities to work a lot of times. You know, I have to go to London because of music festivals. I have to go to New York for interviews, whatever. It's like, you know, so it's like when I do travel, I like to travel more to tropical
The
settings.
pyramids of Giza, like that'd be cool to go to, you know?
Giza. If
Yeah.
I'm ordering a pizza, what toppings does it have?
The meat lovers only.
Or just pepperoni?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just some meat. I like meat.
Meat lover.
What am I deathly afraid of?
Falling off.
What is my nickname?
For me, babe, pumpkin.
My old nickname. Before I was at 22, I was Grammy. Not a lot of
Really?
people know that.
People call you Blue Lambo, right?
Not really. That was just my made-up rap name. I've always had this idea that one day I would create a rap persona, and it would be a rapper named Blue Lambo, and he would wear all blue camo, and he would always just say, "I'm Blue Lambo, wearing blue camo."
I want whoever edits this to Photoshop like a do-rag that's blue on your head right now.
It's not gonna happen. I've never actually rapped as Blue Lambo, but if anybody wants to run with the idea, go crazy. What's the first thing I do in the morning?
Get on your phone.
Or poop?
It depends. You do both at the same time because you never poop without your phone. You grab that phone and you take it to the bathroom and you sit on the pooper.
This morning, first thing she said to me, "Who's that?" Because I'm looking at my DMs and some fangirl had DM'd me. I clicked on it for like 2 seconds and then I X'd out of it real quick. She's over there in bed just peering from behind her like, "Who's that?" Wanted a full
Because-
exposed look at, I don't know her.
Only because the person who DM'd you had sent you like a paragraph so long that you couldn't even see what you had written, and then you closed it as soon as I looked over. So then it was like, oh, why'd you close that paragraph? People who are writing you paragraphs are serious about something.
Fangirls, stop DMing me. I don't know her like that though. What's my middle name?
John.
Good. Which of my hobbies do you find the least interesting?
All of them interesting. I guess the rap, to be honest, is probably the least interesting to me. But like Kendama I love, Tetris I love. Poker I don't understand, so it's hard for me to really show interest in it. So maybe that one's first.
Full
Maybe.
disclosure, I tried to find an LA-based female poker coach that I could get to give
For
you
me?
some lessons, and it's just, I don't know that it exists. I was looking online pretty tough. There's a lot of dudes, but I'm like, I know.
You want me to get into poker, so you want me to become a gambler?
I just thought it would be fun.
Hey, I want you to become a mother to my children, and I also want you to learn how to gamble.
So if there's any women out there that know how to play poker and want to teach my girlfriend how,
Everyone's gonna write a fake poker book a resume and email you.
What's my favorite type of junk food? Last question.
Cheez-Its.
And double stuffed Oreos.
I hate that you pick Cheez-Its because they're like, ugh, gross.
You know what the secret is?
What?
Paprika.
Paprika.
That's what the guy said in the video. He was like, the secret ingredients is paprika.
Paprika.
Did a big thing of paprika into the Cheez-It mix in it. Well, I think you did pretty good.
I think so too.
Thank you to everybody who watched this.
Like,
We all
comment,
enjoying
subscribe.
Join the channel if you want to let us know any new concepts that we should do.
They really want to see us do a vlog, so we're gonna try to do that on our trip.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I've been having fun with these videos.
I've been having fun
It's a
too.
good bonding time.
Yeah, and I think that next time we go out on a Pokemon Go mission, I would like to find a way to incorporate that too. Kind of start mashing in some family-friendly Pokemon stuff. Hey, everybody, comment down below. Paprika.
I love you guys. Bye.
Paprika. Bye.